Petroleum is a naturally occurring oil found in the earth. It's mostly used to make gasoline. We're going to learn today about the incredible amount of uses for this product. First off, petroleum is a fossil fuel. A fossil fuel is a naturally occurring material found in the earth's crust. So how is petroleum used? Well, when you boil petroleum and separate it into its parts, you get gasoline used in cars, jet fuel, diesel fuel, and these are fuels for big trucks, 18-wheelers, and many, many more products, but these are the main three. And in that process of refining petroleum, there are a number of byproducts. Think of a byproduct like leftovers. You go to a restaurant, you bring some food back, you eat it the next day, those are leftovers. These byproducts, or the leftovers, of petroleum are called petrochemicals. This is an incredibly long list of chemical byproducts of petroleum. As you can see, this stuff, there's so many things. And the vast majority of things we touch and interact with and use in our lives are products of petroleum. Thousands of different uses. So today we're going to learn about a couple really interesting uses. And hopefully you learned something new that you didn't know, because I learned a lot. First off are perfumes. So perfumes have been used for thousands of years. Back in the day, all perfumes came from natural products. But because they came from natural products, there was a limited supply. And because of that, it was mostly used for the wealthy and the elite amongst cultures in human history. Nowadays, perfumes range from very cheap to very expensive. And the majority of these recipes are secret, but what we do know is that most companies do not use natural products because they are expensive and they are often in short supply. Instead, they use synthetic chemicals. So they come up with these chemicals that are similar to natural products, but they're not really the same. It's a copy, and you can think of it like a fake natural product or something that's not real. What's interesting is that these synthetic chemicals still smell good, and some of them are used outside of scent to stick onto the skin better. Now, there is controversy. There's studies that say, they might aggravate allergies, irritate the skin, and a bunch of things, but that's another video. Next up, we're going to talk about detergents. When I say detergent, you're probably thinking dish detergent or laundry detergent. And when I say soap, you're probably thinking of soap you put on your body, soap you wash with, or soap you might rub on some plates. But detergents and soaps are a category of things. So what are detergents? Detergents are a mixture of soap-like substances that remove dirt and tough stains. They're often made from petrochemicals because they need to be a little bit stronger than what's called toilet soaps. Now, toilet soaps is a weird word, but toilet soaps describe the soap that we put on our body, put in our hands, and the everyday use for soap. Next up, we're going to talk about plastics. Plastics describe a whole bunch of different chemicals. So what are plastics? Plastics are called polymers. Now, polymers are large molecules that are connected repeatedly. Think of a tower of Legos. You start with one Lego, then you add another block, then another block, then another block. These are polymers. Petroleum-derived plastics come in all different categories. Bags, milk jugs, plastic cutlery like spoons, forks, stuff like that, plastic bottles, and a bunch of other stuff. So if you take a look around and you find some plastic, most likely it comes from a byproduct of petroleum. Petroleum is used in many, many more things. Fertilizer for plants, synthetic rubber, paints, Vaseline, grease, thousands of other things. But I only wanted to talk about a few because we don't have time to talk about them all. Let's get into the summary. We talked about petroleum, how it's a natural oil found in the earth. It's a fossil fuel. We talked about the byproducts called petrochemicals, these leftovers. And most of the things we use and interact with come from these byproducts, like perfumes. These perfumes are often synthetic chemicals that derive from petroleum byproducts. Then detergents, these soap-like substances that remove dirt and stains. Then we talked about plastics, how plastics are almost like Legos. They're molecules that connect, you stack them and stack them and stack them. These are used in spoons, cutlery, plastic bags, bottles, and all kinds of different plastic things. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I hope you learned a lot. I know I did. So take some time to look around today, tomorrow, and see all the different uses of petroleum. Like I said, I think it's really interesting, and I didn't know that this stuff is in almost everything. So please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and I'll be back with another video.